curse that held Uma proved hard to lift, but Yennefer and the Witchers managed to do it. The ugliest man alive revealed himself to be not man, but elf, and an elven sage at that. Avalach, for this was his name, was the elven mage who had helped Ciri flee the hunt, then hidden her away on the Isle of Mists.
Well, welcome back. This is Deathchester from Hyel Yeh Gaming. Apologies for the recent interruption to the stream. We're starting off again from a what appears to be an autosave slot. The game went and briefly blacked out and crashed on me, and wasn't responding anymore, even though it appeared it was. So I do apologise for that. As promised, back almost straight away. Do look forward to seeing people in the stream. There will be a 60-second delay, so you end up chatting with me. You will notice that it will be anywhere close to a minute before you get a respond if you have any questions.
Table, a few chairs.
There was
modest tickets, but a home nonetheless. Philip always wore around her neck, except why are these covered in blood? She
there was a comment made that it appeared that the stream was quite slow.
Notes.
So I've re-increased the delay for streaming purposes to our YouTube channel to 60 seconds.
A megascope. Scorched, covered in soot. Maybe one of the crystals survived. Crystal from a megascope. Heavily chipped. Yeah, I don't know what to do with this. Gotta go back to Kaer Morhen. What's this? Aniseed and birch bark.
So I do hope that things remain solid as we continue to play. I have no idea why the game crashed at that point.
Another feather. Doubt Philippa had an aviary. These are signs of polymorphy.
But we will endeavour to try and keep the stream intact and pray to Clang that he doesn't break the game. The reason why the game crashed was I went into a room, and as I passed through the teleport inside, I realised that there was a box in the room. There's two boxes. I don't think I'd looted one. I went back through like that. Okay, it wasn't much in it, but the game then froze, so let's continue from through that incident.
You should have gone after him. Mister?
You're alive. Find anything?
Cremated notes, a necker nest, rats. Nothing interesting.
Why don't I believe you?
Telling you the truth. Awfully prone to suspicion, you hunters.
Not without reason.
Grab him! Fire!
I don't know. Silly hunters. They'll never learn.
The curse that held him up proved hard to lift, but Yennefer and the Witchers managed to do it. The ugliest man alive revealed himself to be not man, but elf, and an elven sage at that. Avalach, for this was his name, was the elven mage who had helped Ciri flee the hunt, then hidden her away on the Isle of Mists.
Geralt?
So, feel any different after our encounter with the Jinn?
Yes. Now I feel regret.
Mean to say that?
That I regret we didn't try that earlier. Much earlier.
Think we would have argued less?
Quite the opposite. But the other moments would have been more intense as well. Moments like this.
Got summoned by Radovid. He wants me to find Philippa.
What a king. Not only cruel, but naive as well. Did he truly believe you'd help him?
I took the job.
Why?
Gotta say, I'm curious what happened to her. And I didn't want any Redanians getting in my way while I tried to find out. Look, found this in Philippa's hideout.
A megascope crystal. Damn, it's cracked. But it could still work.
And Francesca's equally hesitant. Neither she nor Ida wishes to decide blindly.
They'll stop hesitating as soon as we convince Kira and Fringilla.
Fringilla's on our side. She'll join us as soon as she's finished some business in Nilfgaard.
Wonderful. That leaves Kira. The problem is, I've still no notion where she could be.
Yennefer and Triss.
Yennefer's never belonged to the Lodge. And Triss, well, we shall see. I must regain my vision. I can go to Novigrad, then see Arthur de Valista. The word is, Triss is also carousing about the city.
You still insist? Phil, pardon my saying so, but you will never regenerate your eyes on your own.
Vilgefortz did it. I'm employing the same method, cultivating tissue on precious stones.
It's madness. You will need immense power. You'll put yourself in great danger.
Damn it. That's it. I can't recover any more.
I hear right. They mentioned the Lodge?
Yes. And later, Philippa said something about vision regeneration.
Think Philippa pulled it off? Restored her eyesight?
It would be reckless, but not impossible. They seemed to say she was planning to implant tissue grown on precious stones. Till now, only Vilgefortz has ever managed. If she succeeded, well, I suppose congratulations would be in order.
Margarita mentioned Ida and Francesca, then Kira and Fringilla.
I've little doubt Philippa means to revive the Lodge of Sorceresses.
They weren't sure about Triss, excluded you right away.
I'd never agree to rejoin. Philippa believes only the Lodge can look after the mage's interests effectively. I disagree and prefer to act alone. Besides, the moment's inopportune. Reviving the Lodge would enrage both Radovid and the Emperor. They're at a critical stage of their duel for influence, and neither would welcome a new player.
Wonder what I should do with the crystal.
It cannot fall into Radovid's hands, not under any circumstances. You'd better leave it with me.
Right. It'll be safer with you.
Well, it appeared that we were talking to ghosts in that particular cutscene. Yep. So I came all the way back to Caemon just for that. I don't know. Things I do, eh? I guess it's crucial though. Maybe move the plot on or prevent the plot from moving on in a particular direction. Keeping the mages safe. I mean how would you pronounce it? Skelliganians? Skelligans? Got the right idea about mages. They're needed. Albeit I do believe though they should be monitored and controlled because I don't know, because it's just dangerous messing around with stuff you don't understand. Well, let's go speak to the Emperor. See if he wants to join in the defense of Kaer Morhen against the Wild Hunt.
Alive revealed himself to be not man, but elf, and an elven sage at that.
Although I've done some things fairly similar on this particular playthrough, I've noticed that certain decisions that I previously made were never available to me again, or certain elements of cutscenes that were previously done where certain lines that were previously done that were never given a choice to. I'll give you an example. During Uma the Ugly Baby, which is one of our previous streams, you can find that under Cross-Dressing Witches and Uma the Ugly Baby. Uma throws up onto the floor and all over Yennefer. Yennefer then turns to Eskel and says, "Come on now, it's just vomit, you know, to wipe her, clean her up." That was the first time on the first playthrough. The second playthrough, this playthrough, which is the new Game Plus feature that I'm running, Yennefer insists that Eskel shouldn't touch her and, I guess, politely orders Geralt to clean her down. Reinforcing maybe some intimacy, that acknowledging the intimacy between them. So yeah, things like that, subtle decisions that were made previously, have now changed in some way.
Your Imperial Majesty.
Witcher, why have you come?
I've managed to find out where Ciri is.
Finally. I'd begun to doubt the wisdom of enlisting you. Bring her here at once.
The Wild Hunt's pursuing her. Kaer Morhen's the only place she'll be safe.
That was not a suggestion. I can defend my own daughter.
I don't doubt it. Against conventional foes, the Wild Hunt's different. Facing it here would put Vizima at risk. Hundreds of innocents could die. Kaer Morhen is in a wilderness, and your army stands to be far more helpful there.
Agreed. I shall send a banner with you. On one condition. General Voris will lead it.
Can't agree to that.
And I cannot agree to witches commanding my troops.
Well, I'm not about to give in. You don't look it either. Sorry to take up your time, Your Majesty.
Bring me Ciri.
I will, if that's what she wants.
Interesting. I would like to know whether or not it's possible to get the Emperor or have Geralt actually agree to the Emperor's troops being at Kaer Morhen and he taking their orders. I'd also like to know, actually, which is the best outcome for Ciri. He's bringing her back home, and I believe I read somewhere or saw somewhere that by bringing her home, she becomes the next why is that highlighted? She becomes the next Empress, or Empress, or Empress. She becomes Empress. On the first playthrough, I didn't tell the Emperor what happened completely, and tell Radovid. Alright, okay, Radovid.
The curse that held
Yeah, sorry about that. On the first playthrough, I didn't tell her what happened to Ciri, and she became like a unmutated Witcher. I was wondering, was actually wondering if you encourage her to return home, or you tell the Emperor that she's still alive. What actually happens? Does she become the new Empress?
Ramen supper.
And more importantly, is that actually what she wants, you know? Is that the guy? That's the guy.
This is the ship of His Majesty Radovid V, King of Redania. State your business.
I want to see the king. It's about Philippa Hyel.
If that's the case, come with me. But no sudden moves. Got my eye on you.
Witcher, any progress? Have you found Hyel Yeh?
She definitely hid where your men said, but I arrived too late. Fortunately or not, can't really say. There'd been a fire in the hideout. Philip had died in the flames, most likely.
A fitting end for a witch. So, have you any proof?
No, but you have my word.
Haha, your word? You give me your word? Sorry, but Hyel Yeh herself taught me to doubt everyone, especially their word. So we've naught to talk about. Farewell.
Cheapskate, you owe me money. I'd like to welcome the people that have joined the stream so far. We're currently going through our quest book, tying up loose ends. This particular quest, Brothers of Novigrad, I want to save until the last minute to complete. So I have been slowly going through these particular quests here. That one there, the Masters of the Arena in Skellige, that's a return and get a cut of the money that they've made. I want to leave it as long as possible and see how much money I do actually get. Apparently I'm going to get a one-off arena payment as a percentage of the takings. So I'm going to leave that as long as I possibly can before I collect. And as you can see, the quests are now getting up into the mid to high 80s. So before I go any further, I need to clear out. The Heart and Stones has now become available to me, and so has the Blood and Wine, which, in my opinion, are some of the best DLCs that any game producer has ever produced. They're just really engaging. Sometimes you get game producers like Fallout 4, which is an amazing game in itself. Their DLCs were just add-ons, and they were, yeah, okay, meh, gimmicky. They did something. They weren't particularly fun, apart from the Nuka-Cola world, which was just an amazing DLC. But getting back onto The Witcher 3, I've never had or been so thrilled to play, and it's so much enjoyment in both of the DLCs that have been made available for The Witcher 3. They're just absolutely stunning, and at certain points as well, they were quite, like tugging at the heartstrings, welling up with tears. Really emotional scenes. Yet again, emotional scenes that they managed to pull off. I mean, I read and saw somewhere that one of the best scripted scenes out of was in The Witcher 3, and it was the death of the Baron. But yet, there is actually a way to keep him alive, and even that, keeping him alive, so that he goes off into the sunset with his wife to help her and help her get better and well. That's just very emotional and amazingly well written set of scenes, and quite rightly so. Quite rightly so. So I mean, I've really enjoyed those DLCs, and I'm really looking forward to getting into them. I think out of the Blood and Wine and the Heart of Stone, it's really difficult to say which one I liked the most. Heart of Stones had its own quirks. Blood and Wine takes you to a new region, so there's loads more to do, loads of story, lore, plot lines, you name it. Hearts of Stone actually takes place here in Velen and Novigrad. Well, anyway, you'll see. So it's going to be good. Just to point out, this particular quest, Freya be praised, is somehow broken. I dived into the water where I'm supposed to find the hidden treasure, but the problem is that as soon as I get down there, I looted the chest, and then I used my Witcher sense to look around, and it must have broken it because I looted the chest before using my Witcher sense to find the treasure, and it's not connected the dots, so to speak. So that's what our aim is today, is going to be going through some of these quests that are quite low level, and so I think we'll go meet Dandelion at the Rosemary in Time.
She cast no spells, on my honor.
An
You
elf's
seek
honor
someone,
worth
stranger?
less than a man's shit.
Yes?
What's going on here?
It's chamomile and goatweed. She brewed teas for stomach pain.
Happiness will come
So
to
she
me.
did make potions.
You
Drew,
seek someone,
make a
stranger?
note. Her father.
What's going on? Why are you on the floor, mate?
Potions.
Have you had a go at these elves? Hey? Because that was really just bad form.
Think I don't know you was the only terror you were.
Not a headache.
Get out of my way.
Should have stayed in the front.
Where are you scurrying to, Rich? Let's see your pass.
Pass? What pass?
Kind of pass confirms you ain't no mage. Can't enter or leave Novigrad without it.
Why have you shut the city gates?
So's we can clean it of mages, witches and other scum that's crawled here since the war began. Aim to catch every last one of them, toss them on a flaming pyre like poxy livestock.
Right, okay. Well, you just made an enemy of the Witches Association. We're no longer going to be doing any more contracts for you and your scum mates. We'll help the other people, the refugees, the elves, the dwarves, the halflings, but not you. And if you look at me funny, and if that guy don't put that crossbow down behind me, I'm going to take his head off with my sword. Now, I told you, I've warned you, stop pointing that crossbow at me. Alright?
Sorry, don't have a pass.
If he does it
Scurry
again.
no further then. Next!
Hang on. How do I get one?
Start by making an offering to the church. Then you'll need 3 pure souls to confirm...
Let him through. Here's his papers.
What? But we're...
Not your concern. Back
No,
to
thanks,
the post.
Sergeant. It's alright, that bloke. Alright, cheers, mate.
Regards from Siggy Reuven.
No problem.
I wish my man were as brave
I
as
actually have a feeling that actually was Doodoo in disguise. I don't know if it was, but I think it might have been Doodoo in disguise.
Easy. To be
Whoa, Dandelion, what have we got going on here? It's not a brothel.
I can't control what I inherit.
For heroic.
What was that about?
She spat in my face. Or might as well have. Called me a whoremonger and a witless hack. Can you imagine? Wit is my forte.
Gotta say, Priscilla's really growing on me.
Save it.
And why don't you save your pouting? Prove to her she's wrong.
Exactly what I plan to do. I've always dreamed of having my own cabaret. A bit of paint and plaster, and this place will do splendidly. Just one hitch. I need coin. So, if you happen to get a break between drowners and ekamajigs, maybe you can help an old friend out.
How much do you need? Maybe I can lend you the coin.
Thank you, Geralt, but I refuse to take a single crown from you. You know what they say. Fastest way to lose a friend's to loan him some coin. But a favor? That's different.
What kind of favor?
I dated
Dandelion,
this girl
you
once.
smooth-talking,
Sophronia.
silver-tongued
That's
devil.
a name if you can believe it. Has
Fuck.
a merchant for a father, importer of spices from Zerrikania. And Daddy Dear would never refuse his daughter Dear a thing. We can borrow the coin from her.
Name rings a bell. Isn't this the woman you abandoned without saying a word? Stepped out for a bottle of wine, never to return?
Knew I bought that wine for a reason.
Long time ago, that.
Been away a while, sure. Which is why I need to draw on your authority. You've got some, you know, no matter what you might think.
Fine. Tell me what you want. Got a feeling you've a plan all cooked up.
Sophronia could still be holding a grudge after our unfortunate parting. But with a touch of help from you, I know she'll forgive me. And then give me that loan.
What's this help entail?
First of all, we need to borrow a dull sword from Madame Arena. One of her props. You know, the kind they use during performances? Get that, then meet me outside Sophronia's house.
Let's say I agree and go see Madame Arena. What'll you be doing in the meantime?
Something I have to finish. But I promise I'll do it before you come back with the sword. Then I'll tell you the rest.
Fine, but...
Geralt, the only butts in this plan will be the ones filling my seats. It'll work, you'll see. Get the sword from Madame Arena and meet me outside Sophronia's at sunset.
Why do I have a feeling that I'm going to be dragged into another play of some description?
For heroic deeds, but the
Probably because I am.
well, you know.
Saying I'm no good at giving.
To give.
What's he schemed up
The
this
last
time?
individual who tried to come in on my business, it took them a month to find him. Am I being clear, Chive?
What's the fuss about? Can you not treat me as a bit
That
of
witch
healthy
hunter behind you
competition?
is having some form of
Why are
fit.
you even talking to him, Duke? I've always maintained 2 smashed knees are worth 1,000 words.
Oh, get out! Glad you came.
There a problem?
A problem? There's some kind of problem here, gents. Oh, just wanted you to meet my new pals before they bugger the fuck off. Because we're just parting, right?
We'll have our reckoning yet, Chive.
The head-banging witch hunter.
What's this? Some flea-ridden mutant got you scared, Duke? Just say the word. I'll take care of him. Take a peek at what he's got inside, then make the midget eat it. Sound good?
Next time, Earl. Let's go.
Right, and don't show your hides round here ever again. Well, that puts me up to the neck in fucking shite without a shovel.
Shady, those guys. Who were they?
Puffed up fish bladders, Duke. Word does he's out to be the new horse son junior, but the bugger's missing a hell of a lot. Specifically coin, influence, men, and class.
And the other?
Earl. A scumjug like few others. Skin of my arse twitches at the sight of him. Back in Mahakam, we'd send sow buggers like that down the coalface with a bundle of powder and a leaky lamp.
What's this all about? Doing business with them?
Exactly the ploughing opposite. You see, Geralt, old pal...
About to ask me for help, aren't you?
The thing is, I sort of kind of owe a wee sum to a mutual acquaintance. Francis Bedlam, the king of beggars. To pay off the debt, I've made up my mind to get serious about Gwent.
Getting better by the minute.
Not the playing of it, mind you, but the cards themselves. The rarest of them fetch princely sums these days. Sadly, that's not exactly arcane knowledge. Got a buyer in heat for my collection, missing just 3 cards. But Duke's dregs are all over my arse, so... What do you say, Geralt?
Fine. We'll try to hunt down those cards. Which ones you need?
Fringilla, Vigo, Isengrim, and John Natalis. Devilish hard to get hold of. Duke's been trying too, hasn't had any luck.
Wait, you don't even know where to look for these cards?
Nah, it's not as bad as that. I'm betting Zed's got them. He quit fencing recently, only deals in cards now. Unfortunately, the arsewite won't talk to me. Not after I bought a one-of-a-kind Scoia'tael card out from under his nose. Would you mind going to see him?
Zed. Sounds familiar.
Big fish in the card pond. There's a shop along the south wall. And thank you, Geralt. I actually think I stand to pay off this debt now.
No problem. See you later, Zoltan.
My board's stiff. Greetings. Did you see those poor wretches who fed everywhere?
Ah, so good to see you.
Got a request. Need to borrow one of your props. One of the swords you use for stage battles.
My, whatever do you need that for?
I don't know, but Dandelion claims it's essential.
Oh, yes. I suspected Master Dandelion might have a hand in this. I certainly hope you don't aim to compete with me. Voila.
Thanks. I'll try not to damage it. So long.
Don't know who you're looking for, but you won't find it. Hey! Me? War or trick? The clearer I think. I did not know she dealt in magic. Ignorance don't wipe away your guilt. Then what? What does?
Ah, finally made it. Listen, here's the plan. Sophronia loves adventure-filled romance novels. I can be a hero in her eyes, if I can just save her from a bandit. I'll have her eating out of my hand, and there's no way she'll begrudge me that loan.
Want me to be the bandit?
Knew you'd see the sense in it right away.
Are you serious? That's your brilliant plan?
I never called it brilliant, but any kind of plan is better than none. Written your lines already.
You've written what?
So you know what to say during the performance. Here, and your mask. Put it on. Sophronia can't recognize you.
But...
No time. Sophronia's coming. Stick to the plan. We'll meet at the Rosemary in the morning.
Stop right there.
What is this? Help! Save me!
Tremble, flaxen-haired wench. Bow before the Prince of Thieves.
Not so fast. Drop your sword, scoundrel. This is your first and last warning.
Dandelion!
'Tis I, though the scum of the city call me the Crimson Avenger.
No, not the Crimson Avenger.
Silence, vermin! You shall regret the day you were born. On guard! You're better than I thought.
I mean, Crimson Avenger! God! Help!
Come on, Dandelion, put on a performance. Oh, you villainous creature, you.
Dandelion! I mean, Crimson Avenger!
The Crimson Avenger triumphs again.
My hair! Are you well?
One blow struck true. Another scar from my collection.
Come inside. I shall bandage you up. Be gone, vile bandit, or the Crimson Avenger will beat you senseless!
What I do for friends, eh? Right, since I got away for morning then, we shall have a look at acquiring these cards. Whereabouts is it?
Behave, Witcher. Duty calls?
Should have stayed.
They hate you too, Rutger.
Might at least have died of dignity.
Fucking hey, whores.
Got so
Telling you for the last time.
Go
I'll never
away.
let your kind in, Find this. Back there at Loch Marine.
Without a father!
Go before they lose their mother as well.
Locked. But looks like Zed's inside. And in hot water. Gotta find another way in. Must be Zed.
Find it?
No.
Duke will be peeved we didn't get Zed to spill where he keeps the ledger.
I tried, didn't I?
Might have pressed him too hard. Shit. Well, at least we got the Isengrim card.
Greetings.
Come on, Ringo. Time to shine. Get him!
Grim Foil Tiana from the Scoia'tael deck. Wonder how much this card's worth. They were looking for something. They were looking for someone looking for something. They were looking for something. Either Zed had an ornery cat, Or there's a hidden compartment under there. Must be the names of people Zed sold cards to. Zoltan ought to have a look at this.
What was it happened to Foltest again?
Ow!
You got it. It's got to be something priceless.
Got right cabbage last night.
Zoltan?
Get out.
About those cards.
You got them?
Got the Isengrim card.
Show it here. Ha! The sails are beautiful. Zed give you much trouble?
Zed's dead. I ran into his murderers.
Won't cry over spilt Zed. What about the other cards?
Didn't find the other cards.
Fuck! Bugger must have sold them.
Listen, got Zed's ledger.
Show me. Entries show him selling the cards to Caesar Bilson in Ravi. Could have been worse. We need to pay him a visit.
Ravi? Who's he?
A common card sharp and a swindler. Boggles my mind where he got the coin for the Natalis card. Ever since I gave him a smacking, things between us have been frosty. So you'll have to see him alone.
Who's Caesar Bilson?
Cleaver's clerk. A decent fellow once, but so high and mighty now you can't drink with him, let alone go fishing.
Fishing?
We met at the Anglers Club, the pride of the Pontar. But Caesar don't show around there no more. So caught up in his new role, he almost never leaves his house.
At least we won't have to run around town looking for him. Zoltan, seems awful important to you. I'll try to get you those cards.
Thanks, Geralt. We can see Caesar together. Meet me outside his townhouse. Gaudiest eyesore on Hierarch Square. He had the facade painted gold. And if you want to see Ravi first, I'd look for him at the Golden Sturgeon if I were you.
All right. See you later.
And no need to pussyfoot around with Ravi. Beat him about the ears a bit. He'll cave. Well, good luck to you, Geralt.
What village are you from?
Willows. Sits in the area 2 days road from
Another drifter in from Temeria.
Fucking hey-os.
Oi, cocker!
Cyprian Wyatt has disappeared. They kill him? Or done a runner? You ask me. He's in white.
How can I be of service?
Got some coin I'd like to convert into crowns.
You've come to the right place. A better rate you'll not find anywhere in the city.
One drink all I had.
Is it not, Uncle? All that steel on your back. Ah!
top-notch swords.
Show me what you have in stock. So long.
Wonderful.
Chance to surrender unorthodox books. What you can buy today. Grimoires and tracts blaspheming the sacred flame especially.
What was it happened to faulty stickers?
All riders, the venerable Nobleman's invite you to the railway thoroughbred on the speed near the bank.
I'll give you a cost.
Sorcerer's scalp. Sorcerer's blood.
Greetings.
Show me your wares. So long.
Those hunters would burn a rainbow.
Welcome. Welcome.
What have you got there? What have you got there? So long.
I must resolve matters quickly and leave.
Sorry folks, it would appear there's something wrong with the stream again. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shut this down and continue, do a fresh system reboot and be back in a few minutes.